Everybody goes through tough times in their life, no matter what you do. Man, I've had many tough times. David Ortiz.
I think that sometimes in life, the biggest challenges end up being the best things that happen in your life. Tom Brady.
What is courage? Let me tell you what I think it is. An indefinable quality that makes one put out that extra something when it seems there is nothing else to give. I dare you to be better than you are today. Herb Brooks, Miracle on Ice.
May your greatness always come from your kindness. Timothy Andrew Jonkis.
The most important conversations you'll ever have are the ones you'll have with yourself. Dave Goggins.
Good morning. My name is Jillian Gogorski, and I'm a fifth former from Wethersfield, Connecticut. Some of you may not know, but for my first 3 years at Westminster, I was a part of the class of 2023. But I reclassed and entered the class of 2024 this past September. Although it is hard to accept, I won't be joining the class of 2023 at graduation in 18 days. I'm beyond grateful for the opportunity to stand up in front of you all to deliver my chapel talk. As I reflect on the past 4 years on the Hill, one thing is for certain. Everyone has their struggles. You are not alone. But in these struggles, we have the opportunities to grow the most. Throughout my time at Westminster, I have met amazing people and created memories that will last a lifetime, while also being at some of the lowest points of my life. At these times, I truly felt alone. Let's start during my third form year. Nothing seemed to go my way that school year. West Eagle soccer had an unsuccessful season with only 4 wins all season, putting more pressure on me to become a better player. In addition to trying to fit into life here on the Hill and adapting to all that high school brings, I started to stress out about the recruiting process and my future. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, March 2020 hit and COVID-19 changed everything. March 2020 was a dark time for many of us. The world was shut down, and you could not go anywhere or see anyone. To make matters worse, I was dealing with a difficult family situation that turned my life upside down and made me retreat even further away from the things and people I love. Together, these events shattered my confidence and my happiness. At this point, I had 2 options. A, shut down and feel sorry for myself, or B, use this time as an opportunity to better myself. Option A was clearly the path of least resistance. Something about my warm, comfy bed with a pantry filled with endless snacks right around the corner and shows to binge made it the easy choice. This is how I lived my life for the first week of quarantine. But the easy things in life don't challenge you as much. Eventually, I realized option A was not going to help me reach my goals. Choosing option B was the harder choice, but the one that I knew would make me better. The first time touching a soccer ball after that week was a wake-up call. I wasn't where I wanted to be as a player, and sitting in my room all day wasn't going to help me achieve my goals. I knew something needed to change. Because of COVID, I no longer had set times for training. I had to find motivation within myself and began creating daily schedules with set alarms to remind me when to do things that I used to do naturally. To put this in perspective, I had about 15 alarms that went off throughout each day to keep me disciplined. Eventually, soccer became my outlet during this difficult time. It allowed me to escape from everything that was going on at home. I trained each day, sometimes multiple times a day, but the problem I soon ran into was whether I was good enough. I didn't have anyone to train with to show me if I was excelling, so I questioned whether I would be good enough to be recruited. I found courage to keep working in hopes that I would be better today than I was yesterday. Fast forward to March 2022, bringing with it the harsh reality that I was a junior and not yet committed to a college program. I was hopeful that things would go well after a few showcases, but fewer and fewer opportunities were available because the NCAA gave current collegiate athletes another year of eligibility. Then, in April 2022, I made the most difficult decision of my life. I decided to be classed to achieve a goal I set for myself a long time ago, to play Division I soccer. Reclassing and having to accept the idea of not graduating with the class of 2022, 2023, and the unknown of whether this drastic decision will even work out terrified me. If I couldn't find a college now, would a year make a difference? I kept this all to myself. I felt alone because nobody seemed to understand. I became really good at hiding the truth in conversations. I was vague, left out all the details of what I was going through, and lived each day with a smile on my face. I did not want people to feel sorry for me, and I was not going to let myself feel sorry for my struggles either. However, I let everything going bad in my life consume me. I mean everything. One bad grade, the constant insecurity that every girl goes through, interactions with anyone that weren't overly positive, not being productive enough throughout the course of the day, the constant wonder if I'll ever find a college that wants me, and the list goes on. Needless to say, I had very little confidence moving through the rest of the year. I woke up stressed, went to bed even more stressed. I never admitted it, but I was a walking stress case of self-doubt. This doubt constantly sparked questions in my mind like, am I a good student? Am I a good person? Am I a good sister? Am I a good friend? Am I even good at soccer? Do people even like me? I felt alone. And I can tell you one thing. Feeling alone and constantly doubting everything about yourself is not a good mixture. And then I heard the words from Mr. Jonkus. May your greatness always come from your kindness. I needed to hear these words to get out of my own head, and rather than focusing on myself, I turned my energy towards being kind and caring to others. Through this, I became a stronger, more independent person and learned a lot about myself. I realized that everyone struggles, and it is important to lean on your friends and family and be there for them to lean on you. My struggles and challenges are not unique, but how I handled them was unique to me. It took trust, belief, courage, and an understanding that everybody goes through tough times. I have changed, matured, and grown as a student, person, and athlete. I started making time for things that made me happy, simple things, like taking my dog for a walk, scooting around campus with friends, kicking the soccer ball around for fun, going to church to light a candle, or getting ice cream with my siblings. These things may seem insignificant, but they helped to take my mind off the stress and the self-doubt. I chose option B at the start of COVID, and I continue to choose option B each day. Yes, it is challenging. Yes, it is hard. And yes, it takes courage. But the greatest challenges often lead to the best opportunities. It is in these times of self-doubt where I grew the most and accomplished more than I ever thought possible. I want to leave you with one message. Nothing in life comes easy. Even if you are the smartest, the greatest athlete, or the class president, it does not mean you have to be perfect, and no one expects you to be. You may have insecurities, you may have a difficult home life, or you may feel you do not fit in. But you should not feel ashamed, weak, or not good enough because of the things you go through. You should be proud because it's the challenges and struggles you go through that will make you the best version of yourself. So, first, embrace and reflect on all the good things you have in your life and think about all the people who care about you. Then, go take on your struggles. Between all the positives in your life and the people pulling for you, you have the strength and the courage to get through anything and reach your dreams and goals. Oh, and while you're at it, be kind to everyone, as you do not know the challenges they are facing. I promise you, your kindness will make a difference. Thank you. Please stand and sing the Westminster Recessional.